All of us face financial problems at least once in our lives. Some of us live with them all our lives. Human life and time are no longer valued as a resource because salary has become the main asset. Money is a resource that not only helps you survive, but also makes you happy. So today, I want to make you happier and reveal a few money secrets that will allow you to attract money into your life in huge quantities. So watch this video till the end so as not to miss some valuable and profitable information. One has to be above the rest. The most brilliant entrepreneur of the 20th century is Enzo Ferrari. He was always distinguished from other businessmen by only one character trait, and that is self-confidence. Enzo always said, "There's only my opinion and the wrong one." This triggered fear in his competitors, while fans only admired him more. Today, most people have become more uptight, afraid to express their thoughts and ideas. When a person is afraid to say or do something, they lose both confidence in themselves and the right to a promising future and career. Every time watching public speeches at business training or conferences, the question arises, what is it like to speak in front of such a huge audience? The answer is simple. People who are confident, they believe in themselves. If you doubt your abilities at least a little bit, you know that you probably won't succeed, and alas, you won't be on the Walk of Fame. First of all, you have to realize that you are unique and there are no others like you. The path to success is always difficult. You have to conquer many peaks to find yourself on the highest of them. Very often, only confident people who know what they want can achieve their goals. One important rule is be yourself. If you play a role, imitate someone, you will quickly lose because there will be people better and bolder than you. You need to create your own rules, ideas, and set goals, but you shouldn't live someone else's life. Your circle of communication also affects your world, and you should always communicate with optimistic and strong people whenever it's possible. A negative person can often pull you down, and all your efforts will go unnoticed. Confidence should be accompanied by vigilance, which will always be on guard and help you cope with any situation. Don't engage in self-criticism. If you do not like some quality in yourself, then you shouldn't focus on this, you need to improve. A lot of factors affecting your life depend on your confidence. What is the price of your experience and knowledge? The legendary industrialist, car factory owner, and inventor Henry Ford believed that one should always learn regardless of their age. He was constantly looking for new approaches and was not afraid of facing difficulties. Money for Henry Ford was a source of gaining new experiences and knowledge. If money is your hope for independence, you will never be independent. The only real security a person can have in this world is their stock of knowledge, experience, and opportunities. Ford asserted. It's hard not to agree that these days it's impossible to cross the milestone of making $1 million without knowledge and experience, because the fundamental level of knowledge is becoming a separate form of currency. Knowledge is literally the new money. Henry Ford paid a lot of attention to the value of knowledge, all because the value of knowledge depends on its rarity. When new technology changes an industry, there is a shortage of people with the right skills and a high compensation for those skills. Over time, more people acquire them and the compensation goes down. Failure can bring more than winning. Psychologists say that emotional burnout at work is not a result of a lot of working hours, but of a lack of visible results from your actions. For many people, failure is a reason to doubt themselves and question the chosen path. It is not for nothing that people say, "He who makes no mistakes makes nothing." In any work, the human factor is not excluded. It's important to think of the reasons for your failure in time, to draw conclusions, and then move on. One of Rockefeller's life mottos was the statement, "I have always tried to see my failures as a way to change things in my life." So, any fiasco is just a chance to learn from your mistakes and build a new working scheme. The creator of the famous Ferrero Rocher sweets faced many events when creating his confectionery business. For example, getting cocoa in post-war Italy was a challenge, so Pietro Ferrero created a dessert that contained almost no chocolate. The business slowly grew, but there was no talk of scaling up until an unfortunate event nearly ruined years of work. One day, the Ferrero family received a large order. The family cooked many cakes the day before and put the sweets in the basement and then went to bed. In the morning, Ferrero's wife discovered that all the cakes had melted overnight because of Italy's warm climate. In desperation, Pietro tasted the dessert. Much to his surprise, it tasted only better. Then, the confectioner made a semblance of a canapé and served it on the holiday table for his customers. And so began the story of Nutella pasta, familiar to all sweet tooth lovers. By the way, the production turned out to be even less expensive and therefore more profitable. It was after the mishap with the pastries that Ferrero's were able to open their first confectionery factory. The important thing to take from this story is that failure does not always slow you down or set you back. Perhaps when you find yourself in a difficult situation, it is worth thinking about the fact that this is a chance to look at the situation from a different angle.